Hi, this is Grandma Laurie. Today's story is Gary Learns to Slow Down. Gary was fast. In fact, he was the fastest greyhound at the track. All greyhounds are fast, running up to 45 miles an hour, but most didn't run that fast. Except Gary. He won all his races, as well as the applause from the crowd. One day, after the race, Mr. Trainer came to him and said, "Hey, bud, great race. I've loved being your trainer for the last few years." Uh-oh, thought Gary. I have a bad feeling about this. "Today is your last race," said Mr. Trainer. "They're letting everyone go to a new home. But don't worry, I'll make sure you have one of the best homes ever, a place you can slow down." Gary didn't like this news. He had always lived there. Racing was in his blood. Besides, he'd miss his friends. That night, Gary couldn't sleep. He was worried about going to a new home. What would his new trainer be like? Would he be racing with his friends? The next day, Mr. Trainer came to get Gary. "Come on, bud. We're going to meet your new family." Gary was nervous. He didn't ride much. He mostly stayed in his kennel. Oh well, it was an adventure. A little boy came running up to Gary when they walked into the big building. "Mama! Mama!" said the boy. "Is this our new dog?" The boy's mama, who would be Gary's new mama, and who had been talking to Mr. Trainer, said, "He is. His name is Gary." Both Mama and the boy, whose name was Trey, knelt down and gave Gary a big hug. Gary had never been hugged before, so it scared him when they put their arms around him. Then, a warm feeling started going through Gary. Thought Gary. I could get used to this. This is nice. Mama and Trey led Gary to their car. He hadn't ever been in a car. Where was his crate? Instead, he was sitting in the back seat of the car next to Trey. "It's okay, bud," said Trey. "Just lie down next to me. We'll be home soon." But Gary couldn't relax. He had to see where they were going. When they got to Gary's new home, Trey held his leash while they walked into the house. Wait, what was this he was walking on? Gary had never walked on tile before. It felt much better than the gravel and grass at the track. His paws kind of liked that. "Okay, Gary," said Mama. "This is your new home. We will treat you well, and you will have a nice life with us." Mama put down some food for Gary. He was starving. He hadn't eaten breakfast or anything. "Boy," thought Gary, "this looks great." Gary was surprised. He ate everything in the bowl without stopping to take a breath. It was the first time he'd been able to eat in relative quiet. That was weird. It was quiet in his new home. No other dogs were barking. "Mama?" asked Trey. "Can we take Gary for a walk?" "Sure. It's the perfect time, right after he's eaten," Mama said. Mama got Gary's leash and they headed out. So this is what the world looked like. Gary had never seen it before. It was so beautiful. There were flowers which he stopped to smell. The grass didn't smell the same as his old home. It smelled sweeter and was nicer on his paws. Gary was so distracted by everything he saw, Mama had to remind him several times to walk with them instead of looking around. Back at home, another surprise awaited him. What was that? "What are you?" asked Gary. "I'm Minx. Haven't you ever seen a cat before?" Minx asked. "Only those that ran around the barn," said Gary. "But they were scrappy and didn't look as sleek as you." "Why, thank you," said Minx. "Welcome to the family. Just remember, I'm smaller than you, so please don't step on me." So much had happened that day already that Gary felt tired. Where was his crate so he could go to sleep? "Come lay on the couch with me," said Mama. "You don't have to worry, Gary. You're safe here. You can finally slow down." Oh my, thought Gary just before his eyes closed and he fell asleep. I'm going to like my new home. This has been Grandma Laurie. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed this story. If you'd like to see the illustrations that go along with this story, click the link in the description below. Thank you.